remember me, it's Keystone, the optimistic quadriplegic. It's been a long time since I've posted anything, and I apologize for that. Everybody's stranded at home, looking for something to do, and here I can be telling my story, and I've been holding back on it, and I apologize. Just to recap, I know the last thing we talked about was the problems at the Breslin Center, and that really never got resolved. And I didn't pursue it too strongly. We went down to Florida, but apparently they're going to hide behind the fact that the building was last renovated in 1991, so they don't have to do anything as far as updating where the handicap seating is. So on to bigger and better things. I believe I talked about how we have now moved to the Kalamazoo area, specifically in Portage. We did this in October. We did this so that we could be closer to family. Sarah's got 2 sisters over here, and we have lots of nieces and nephews here, which includes 5 great nieces and nephews. So it's good to spend time with them, although we haven't been able to do that recently because of the whole virus thing. We took a trip down to Florida, spent some time with my parents at the beginning of January, and came back in the middle of March. We came back a little bit early because we thought I was going to have to complete all my therapy visits by the end of April, and that's because the insurance company had set a deadline where you had to get them through, and that wasn't the case because we came back and the whole coronavirus started up and the isolation started to kick in. So I could have stayed down there longer, enjoying the warm weather, but we didn't do that. But that's okay. So I haven't had any therapy since just a couple of times in the beginning of January before we went to Florida, and I've pretty much closed down. They're doing virtual therapies and things like that, but that's nothing that Sarah and I can't do on our own. Also, I spoke to Ashley McKnight, who was my OT at Mary Free Bed. She's now an instructor at Grand Valley, and I spoke to her class virtually, and they asked me lots of questions about my situation, so we're trying to educate the future occupational therapists of America. So I hope that went well. And that's about it. That should catch you up. One thing, if you are looking for something to do, and I know you are, get caught up on my podcast. I do a podcast with my old college buddy George Chapel, and if you search for George and Keith's Musings, M-U-S-I-N-G-S, just about anywhere that you listen to a podcast, you can find it there. There's a whole bunch of them out there, so that would help fill your days, and I'd appreciate it if you did that. Maybe you could subscribe to it so you'll see them in the future. We try and do one about every couple of weeks, but we'll just continue to churn those out. But that's all I've got for right now. I will try and do a better job of getting posts out to you, but I'm still optimistic. Sarah and I are still doing well, and I hope everybody is hunkered down, and I hope you're surviving all right. And I appreciate it. This is the optimistic quadriplegic signing off.